This is R.D. Sharma solution, class 11, chapter 23, the straight lines. MCQ, multiple choice questions. So we have to mark the correct alternative in each of the following. In each question we have 4 options, so you have to choose one of them. So these questions, you have to solve it either ways. So first is, L is a variable line such that the algebraic sum of the distances of the points 1, 1, 2, 0 and 0, 2 from the line is equal to 0. The line L is always passed through. So 4 options are given here. So how do we do this? If we have a line ax plus by plus c equals 0, this is the general equation of a line, and this is variable, and the algebraic sum of the distances of these 3 points from this line, if you add them, it's going to be 0. So we know the formula of the distance of a point from a line. We know that. So there is a line, there is a point, and this is say x1, y1. Now we have ax1, you just put x1, y1 here, ax1 plus by1 plus c, and take the coefficient of x1 and y1, and then root of these squares, addition. So here also we will do the same thing. Our equation is ax plus by plus c, put xy as 1, 1, put in the other one, that is plus 2 and 0, and the third one, put 0 and 2. And in the denominator for all these, you have under root a square plus b square. So when you add them, you can multiply both sides by under root a square plus b square. So denominator will be eliminated. So this 3a, 3b, c plus c plus c is 3c. So a, take 3 common and cancel it. A plus b plus c is 0. Now this ax plus by plus c is the line which we started. So from here, just write this a plus b plus c equals 0 as c as minus a minus b. Now put it in the original equation we chose, or we assumed, ax plus by. Now I am placing c as minus a minus b here. Now take ax minus a together, so just take a, x minus 1 will be there, and in by minus b, take b, y minus 1 will be there. So this equals 0. Now I can tell you that this is a form of L1 plus lambda L2. That is the family of line passing through the intersection of L1 and L2. So how to make these lines? These are not lines right now. So let us divide both sides by A or divide both sides by B. It's up to you. So if I divide both sides by A, you get x minus 1 plus B by A, y minus 1 equals 0. So this is your equation. And now you can see this B by A is lambda, assume it to be lambda. X minus 1 is L1. Y minus 1 is lambda 2, this L2. So here, the line of these two lines, and there is a family of lines which passing through this one, intersection of this. So what are the two lines and what is the intersection point? X minus 1 equals 0, that is x equals 1, y minus 1 equals 0 means y equals 1. So this is the intersection point. So all the lines will always pass through 1, 1. So 1, 1. So you have to put tick A. The second one is the acute angle between the medians drawn from the acute angles of a right angle isosceles triangle is. So how we are going to make it? You'll get tan theta. The answer is in cos. So diagrammatically, let me tell you here what is the scenario. And we have arbitrarily taken it for our comfort, the axis, x and y axis. So we have taken the x and y as two sides which are equal, and one of the side is the slant line. So these are 3 sides, and I am saying that the x axis and y axis point are the two equal sides. So from one corner the median to the another side, and same way. So we have this opposite side medians, and now they are intersecting somewhere. They are intersecting somewhere, and the angle between these two medians, this we have to find out. So let me just tell you again what we are trying to suggest here is, and we have just taken this coordinate axis just to make it easier. So isosceles triangle, two sides equal. So one side I am taking here, on the x-axis, A0, and the other I am taking it here, which is 0A. So let us join it. Let us join it now. So this is 0, 0 origin. Now if I make a median, it will be means the midpoint. So A by 2, 0. If it is A, then A by 2, 0. So I am joining it now. Same here. This is also A by 2, 0, A by 2. That is dividing A by 2. So this angle we are interested in. So we know, when we know the slope of two lines, we can find out the angle between them. That is, we have to find out the slope of these two lines. So slope of these two medians can be found out because we already have our points now, the end points. So this line and this line, we have to find out the slope, and then we can find out the angle between them. So I'm taking this first this one, okay. So a y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1, 0 minus a by a2 a by 2 minus 0. So what do you get here? This is a cancels, minus remains there, 2 goes up, minus 2 it is. Now coming to the second line, second median. So this is, you can take any one as x1, y1 or x2, y2. So you get a by 2 minus 0, I'm doing y2 minus y1 and 0 minus a. A cancels, 9 negative will remain and 2 will be in the denominator, you have minus half. Minus half it is. So these are the slopes. When you know the slope, now you can find out the angle between them. Tan theta is m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. This angle, tan theta, this theta I am talking about. m1 is minus 2, m2 is minus half. So just use this scenario. So m1 minus m2 by 1 plus m1 m2. So minus 2 minus of minus half, that is minus 2 plus half, and divided by 1 minus half and 2. So you get 3 by 4. Now cos theta you have to find out, because the answer is not given in the tan form. So cos theta, how do you find out? You know tan theta. Tan theta is perpendicular by base. So perpendicular by base, if you know, you can find out the hypotenuse. So this is 4, 3 and 4, perpendicular by base. So the hypotenuse will be 3 square plus 4 square under root. It will be 5. So cos theta is based upon hypotenuse. What is base? 4. Hypotenuse is 5. 4 by 5 is cos theta. So theta will be cos inverse 4 by 5. This is the answer. So the C option is correct here. Now this one is question number 3. The distance between the orthocenter and the circumcenter of the triangle with vertices, 3 vertices are given. So if you are able to find out the orthocenter and circumcenter, we know what these are by now. Orthocenter is the point where perpendicular are intersecting. And likewise circumcenter, when you find out, the circle goes through all the 3 points. That is all the 3 vertices. So you don't have to worry about that, because we'll be knowing something else now. So these points are 1, 2, or vertices are 1, 2, 2, 1, and this is 3 plus root 3 by 2 and 3 plus root 3 by 2, and these points are known. Now we can find out the distance formula, the sides. I hope you will be able to do y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square under root. This is how you are going to find out the distances. Now we know the distance now, and when you take the distance, you will get to know that all the distances are similar. That is equal, root 2, root 2, root 2. That means we are dealing with a triangle which is an equilateral triangle. And in equilateral triangle, the orthocenter and circumcenter, they are 1. They coincide. So what is the distance between these two? They are 1. They are same. So the distance between them is equal to 0. The answer is going to be 0. This is question number 4. The equation of the straight line which passes through the point minus 4, 3 such that the portion of the line between the axes is divided internally by the point in the ratio 5:3. Let me explain you the question first. There is a line which is passing through -4, 3. So you can just make it, -4, 3 should come on the second quadrant. Now it is intersecting both the axes, and those points where it intersect both the axes, if you take those endpoints, this -4/3 is actually dividing internally in 5:3. From a comma 0 and 0 comma b, that -4, 3 is 5:3 dividing. So we have to find out the equation of the line. So what is the possibility? If you are able to know, because the line is passing through -4 and 3. So I'm taking this point as on x-axis as a0. I'm taking the point on y-axis as 0 comma b. At this I'm taking myself. A comma 0 and 0 comma b. So this is how we deal. A always on the x-axis, B always on the y-axis. Now it is internally dividing it. If you have a point, there is a line, there is a -4 comma 3. This point is 0 comma b, we have assumed. This point is a comma 0, again we have assumed. And this we are saying it is 5 and this is 3. So this is m, assume it m as 5 and representing n as 3. So how to find out the point which is dividing into 5:3? So let me write the formula first, because this you'll be able to know by the formula. We already know it, but just to recall, this mx1 plus nx2 by m plus n, this is going to be x, and my1 plus ny2 by m plus n, this is going to be y. So this x1 y1 you can take as a and 0, and x2 y2 as 0 and b. You can exchange also, anyone you can take x1 y1. So I'm just putting these are in the formula. You know x1, you know y1, you know m, you know n. M is 5, n is 4, x1 y1, x2 y2 you know. So now you can find out a and b. A, as I said, a should be negative, but it has already come negative. So the intercept form of this equation is x by a plus y by b equals 1. And a is already known to us, -32/3. B is 24/5. Just put it here, resolve. 9x minus 20y plus 96 is going to come. A is the solution of this problem. Question number 5. The point which divides the join of 1, 2 and 3, 4 externally in the ratio 1:1. 1:1. So there are different quadrants being given, and one option is cannot be found. So the scenario here is you have 1, 2. This is one point. And the other point is 3, 4. This is another point. 3, 4. And there is a point which is dividing externally. So it has to be outside this line. So it can be on either side. And it is dividing externally in 1:1. I can see that it is not possible. 1:1 dividing externally is impossible, but still we'll prove it. So what do we see? You know that formula of external division is mx1 minus nx2 divided by m minus n. This is how you find out the x value. Similarly, you can find out the y value, which is my1 minus ny2 by m minus n. So you don't have to worry about the numerator, because the denominator is 1 minus 1. M and n are given 1 and 1. So when it is coming 0, it's undefined. Anything which has 0 in the denominator is assumed in mathematics as undefined. So answer will be infinite. So you can just say cannot be found out. D is the answer. D is the answer. Question number 6. A line passes through the point 2, 2 and is perpendicular to the line 3x plus y equals 3. Its y-intercept is, so there is a line. Let me tell you, when we can easily know a line which is parallel to another line, a line which is perpendicular to another line, we know how to write the equation. For this, the equation here is 3x plus y minus 3 equals 0. How to formulate a line which is perpendicular to is change the x and y coefficient and put minus in front of y coefficient. So this will become x minus 3y and put lambda in place of your constant term. So these two lines are perpendicular because you can check m1, m2 will be minus 1. So this line is passing through 2, 2. So in place of x put 2, in place of y you put 2, you get lambda as 2 minus 6 minus 4, it goes there, lambda will be 4 here. So just put it here again in this line here. Now we have to find out the y-intercept. So either you write it as y equals mx plus c, y equals mx plus c, the c will be the y-intercept. It's general, we have already seen this. So if you're not well versed with it, just put, you have to find y coordinate, so put x as 0. You put x as 0, minus 3y plus 4 equals 0, minus 3y will be minus 4, y will be equal to minus 4 by minus 3, which is eventually equal to 4 by 3. So this is y-intercept 4 by 3. As I said, y equals mx plus c, you write in the form, the c will be the y-intercept. C is always the y-intercept. This is question number 7. If the three lines are given, are concurrent, then ABC are in. If they are concurrent, what does it mean? The area of triangle will be 0. So what is the way? You take the coefficient of x, x1, x2, x3, coefficient of y by 1, by 2, by 3, and then the constant 1, 1, 1. Just put it here and just open it. You know the determinant. I hope that you know how to deal with or find out the value of the determinant. So just or you can take 2 rows and subtract those so that you get 2 zeros, and you'll get finally, if you rearrange, 2b equals a plus c, and this 2b equals a plus c is the condition for AP. If A, B, C are in AP, 2b equals a plus c. So AP is the answer for this question. You have to take C. Question number 8. The number of real values of lambda for which the lines, these three, are concurrent. So these 3 lines are given here. Same thing you have to do. Take this line, only lambda is there, so doesn't matter. Take the coefficient of x, put it as the first column. Take the coefficient of y, put it in the second column. 1, 1, 1 in the third column. Take the determinant, put it as 0. Put it as 0. And try to find out lambda. But if you see, there is a catch here. When you solve it, you'll get a quadratic equation. You'll get a quadratic equation. I'm just trying to tell you how to open this. Like, you can open it with 1 minus this. In this, we have opened it through first row, 1, minus 2, and 3. And 1, minus 2, 3, just whichever number you're taking, forget about the rows and column, others you take and take the cross multiplication. So there is a quadratic equation. So if you try to find out the discriminant of this equation, quadratic equation, discriminant is always b square minus 4ac. So this b square minus 4ac, if you try to find out for this particular equation, it's going to be a negative number. Let me tell you again. The discriminant is b square minus 4ac. B is minus 5, a is 3, and c is 38. When you compute it, you are going to get minus 431. Whenever you have in the roots, if you put the Sridharacharya formula, and if something is there in under root that is negative, that means you will not get real roots. You won't get a real root. I'm writing it, minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac by 2a. B square minus 4ac is 0. That means you'll get 2 equal roots. But what about negative? In negative, you know that you'll not get real roots. Actually, you will get imaginary roots. So you will just say the answer of 8 is 0. A is 0. Okay. So this is the solution. Don't put it as infinite, 0. So question number 9. The equations of the sides AB, BC, CA of a triangle ABC are these: y minus x equals 2, x plus 2y equals 1, and 3x plus y plus 5 equals 0. The equation of the altitude through B is, so here is a triangle. We have done this question already. So ABC is given, these vertices are given, and these vertices have points also, proper points are given. So y minus x equals 2, and BC is 3x plus x plus 2y equals 1, and AC is 3x plus y plus 5 equals 0. All these three are given. Now what we have to do? Through B, equation of altitude through B. So we have to find out first of all the point B. So take the intersection of y minus x equal to and x plus 2y equals 1. I hope you'll be able to do it. You just have to solve these two linear equations with two variables for x and y. And it's going to come as minus 1 and 1. It's going to come as minus 1 and 1. This is okay. Now coming to AC. Now this line from B is perpendicular to AC. So what does that mean? We need to find out the slope of AC, and then we can find out the slope of line through B. So this is line 3x plus y plus 5. What is y here? Minus 3x plus minus 5. So slope of AC is minus 3. So what is the slope of line through B? Y minus y1 I am writing equals mx minus x1. A line which is passing through minus 1 and 1 is y minus y1. Y minus 1 equals x minus x1. So if the slope of is AC minus 3, slope of AC is minus 3. What is the slope of B, line through B? It's minus 1 by the slope of AC. That is 1 by 3 it will come. So just put it here 1 by 3. This is x minus 3y plus 4 equals 0. This is question number 10. If P1 and P2 are the lengths of the perpendicular from the origin upon the lines, these two lines, respectively, then. So this also a type of question we have done. And first, you need to know what is the perpendicular distance. How do we find out? So the best thing here is the points are coming from origin. So we'll get it will be simpler because x and y will get 0. So there is a line, say this is ax plus by plus c equals 0. And you have a point which is coming from 0, 0. That is a line which is coming from 0, 0. What is going to be the distance? C divided by under root a square plus b square, because eventually you put x and y as 0, 0, ax plus by will not be there. So you have minus a by under root sec square theta plus cosec square theta, coefficient of x and y. Similarly here, a cos theta minus a cos 2 theta divided by under root cos square theta plus minus sin square theta, which will be cos square theta plus sin square theta. So this cos theta minus sin theta we have used a and b, and for the first equation sec theta and cosec theta. So cos square theta sin square theta is 1. So you don't need to worry about that. Now sec square theta plus cosec square theta, you just write sec square theta is 1 by cos square theta. Cosec square theta is 1 by sin square theta. So just take the LCM, so it will go sin square theta plus cos square theta by sin square theta cos square theta. Since it is under root, sin square theta cos square theta of the denominator will be sin theta cos theta, and it will go to the numerator. So you'll get minus a sin theta cos theta, and again you get under root sin square theta cos square theta in the denominator is going to be 1. So finally you get this minus a sin theta cos theta. Now I am multiplying two numerator and denominator. Why? Because I have cos 2 theta. So let us make this as sin 2 theta. So it will be 2 sin theta cos theta will be sin 2 theta. Here also you have minus a cos theta. If you see here, if I multiply this by, let me just square it first. See, if I take the square of P1, it will be a square sin square 2 theta 1 by 4. So if I multiply it by 4, and if I add it with the square of P2, that is a square cos square 2 theta, 4 gets cancelled, a square can be taken out. So sin square theta cos square 2 theta, so it is going to be 1. So a square comes outside. So only a square will remain. So that is 4, we multiplied it with P1 square, and then P2 square we added, and this is going to be a square and a square. And this is the solution, this is the A option. So question number 10, you have to tick A option. Okay. And this question we are going to take in the next discussion. Till then, thank you so much and take care of yourself.